Even if humans did fall and corrupt the world with sin, God still created the world, the past and the future. He established and made everything by a plan. It is part of his plan that humans would fall and that sin would come forth.
Yeah.
If not, then God made a wrong plan or an unstable plan.
Yeah. So, for example, if you see, yeah, it's the wrong plan. Like people are like, okay, religious people explain to me this. 3-year-old dying from starvation. A 3-year-old just died from starvation in this poor country. Why did God allow that? He saw it. He could have stopped it. He did. He didn't. He didn't do anything. You cannot tell me he was testing the faith, okay, of the 3-year-old. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, you know, oh, it's a test for a goddamn 3-year-old. Like, okay, how do you explain this? This child is suffering, very painful, slow death. And like, oh, it's God's plan. There is a reason to it. We as flawed humans, we are mere mortals. Our limited minds cannot comprehend the wisdom behind the suffering of a 3-year-old child dying from starvation. You should just trust God and his mysterious ways and accept that this is part of his plan. That plan fucking sucks. Change the plan to another plan that does not involve. I mean, you are God, okay? I'm pretty sure you could come up with new plans. How about a plan that doesn't involve a 3-year-old dying from starvation? I'm sure if you go back to the drawing board, you could look at it and like, hey guys, if we do this over here, and we move this from here over here, and if Jack starts doing this, and if Fatima goes to get this job over there, and if Ali stops masturbating, and if this person turns right instead of left over here, I'm pretty sure now we could find a way to make this kid not no, wait, what did I say? Oof, I almost said something. Yeah, but yeah, you could just change the dial of everything, and then all of a sudden there's no suffering of children. Okay, you could just like play around with it. Go, God, revisit the plan. Okay, we're gonna appeal. Is there an appeal process? Who's the manager of God's plan? I want to speak to manager of God's plan. Okay, revisit the. Just have a second look. Have a second look at your plan. I'm pretty sure you can figure out a way to redo everything and achieve. You're God. You could do anything. Come on, God. You could do anything. I believe in you. No, I don't. But come on, you could do it. You could do it. Everything you want to achieve with your plan. Everything you want to achieve with your plan. I'm sure you could. You could do it. You could do it. Achieve all of those things without children suffering. Okay? Just try it.
God made a mistake in his calculations, or God was just experimenting with something and allowed evil to happen in his own creation. He could have created.
Oh, here. Actually, here's a good. Okay, so Murtad is doing a Steelman. Murtad is saying they'll say that child goes straight to heaven and the test is for his family, but that's dumb as F because I'd rather die and go straight to heaven without this arbitrary test. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing, okay? So the child will go to heaven, okay? I'm sure, here's the thing, God, if you could do everything, you could also make it so that child dies. So there's two situations, like live in a world where a child suffers a lot, let's say cancer, a very painful disease, starvation, and then goes to heaven. Okay, like let's say years of torturing a little kid, and the family is being tested or whatever. I don't know what the hell. And the family is being tested, and then the family goes to, God's plan is achieved. Right. Here's the second scenario. The child just dies with no suffering and goes to heaven as well. And that way, also, the family is being tested. Okay. Do the second one. How about that? Do the second one. Okay. Just because the child's going to go to heaven, that doesn't mean you didn't torture little children for years. As we're speaking right now, there are lots of children right now in the world that are going through unimaginable pain and suffering as we speak. As we speak. Unimaginable pain and suffering. Okay? If you think that's, oh yeah, that justifies it because they're going to be happy later and we need to test it, do a different test. Test them in a different way. God damn it, just stop torturing people. This is like psychotic. Why does this even need explanation? If I went and tortured somebody to like, hey, my wife, my wonderful wife, I was like, she imagine she's coming down the stairs like, why is blood everywhere? Where's our baby? Husband? Where's our baby? Why is there blood? What are you doing with that knife? What are you doing? Honey, we need to speak. We need to speak about our baby. Where is our baby? Honey, sit down. I wanted to test our love. So I amputated. Okay, I'm not going to say the rest, okay? But don't worry, the baby's going to be okay. It's just going to miss a few body parts now. But I wanted to see that if you will stay with me after this. This is a test of how much you love me, okay? But don't worry, I'm going to make sure the baby growing up is happy. It's very, very happy. It's going to have the best life. I'm going to take it to Disneyland every day Disneyland, okay? But here's some chopped up body parts. Do you still love me? This is a test. Do you still love me? Does that make sense to any of you guys? Ooh. Wow, we got a super chat from the Apostate Prophet himself. Apostate Prophet here. Thank you so much. Apostate Prophet saying, God, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. God, Apostate Prophet saying, God made you. That's a gift. If you are doing evil thing, that's your fault. Atheist, LOL, shake my head. I love the sarcastic comments right up, AP. Thank you so much, AP. I appreciate that. Yes, Fatima is saying, try not to get strike. I didn't. This is just an example. It's an example, guys. Parents, don't amputate your babies. Okay, do not amputate your babies. Okay, you're happy, YouTube gods. I wasn't. Yes, checkmate atheist. Apostate Prophet just took down atheists.
Something perfect, but he created something flawed, which then went wrong, and he decided to punish everyone for that. If this was not all in God's hand, if he didn't know, if this just happened, then God is not all-knowing or almighty. He could have just created humanity beautifully without sin.
Right. By the way, you cannot be almighty and all-knowing at the same time, because if you're all-knowing, then you know what you're going to do. That means you have no choice about what you're going to do. So there's no way you could be all-knowing and almighty at the same time. And yeah, if I mean, guys, every single one of you in the live chat, you probably would make a better God than the Abrahamic God. Every single one of you. Okay. This is one of the few things, like, guys, can you come up with a way? People are like, Armin, but if you make the world beautiful and with no evil, then there would be, everything would be too easy and there would be no tests and blah blah blah. I mean, okay, first of all, I'd rather live in a world where people do not get a chance to show their worth to a sadistic, narcissistic God. Like, oh wow, we didn't get the chance to show how great we are. It's fine. I can live with that. The fact that people are not being tortured, if that's the cost for children not being tortured, like, it's fine. Oh, it's fine. Oh wow, you didn't get an opportunity to show God how awesome you are. It's okay. We could do without that. Okay. Does that mean we get rid of hell and there's no hell and children are not going to be tortured? It's a cost we should be willing to pay. And second of all, you don't have to, like, but without misery, Armin, we wouldn't be grateful for happiness. Okay, great job. Okay, so now most of the world is now experiencing so much misery because the rest of us could be so grateful for happiness. And let's say we want to have some misery should be there. I don't know, for some reason, psychologically, that would make us be more appreciative of the things that we have. Okay, fine. Put some sadness. Put people getting sad because the girl they have a crush on is not ignoring them. People like, oh, this diet is too difficult. Or people be like, oh my God, like I go to work and I have to talk to this guy and I don't want to talk to this. How about that? How about put those, have those there, okay? Get rid of cancer. Get rid of starvation. Get rid of all this poverty. You think like life, there needs to be some misery in the world? Okay, fine, put those type of misery. Why are you torturing people? Stop torturing people. Guys, I know most of you would be better gods than this Abrahamic God. All of you would be making this world a more beautiful place. Like, you have to be an insane, sadistic, crazy person. Like, you have to be the worst garbage human being to be as bad as Yahweh or Allah as a God. Like, the vast majority of Muslims and Christians, 99.999% of them are by far better people, would have made much better gods than the gods the God that they worship. If there was a God and Allah was God, okay, I would randomly pick any Muslim to take Allah's place as God. Anyone, like randomly, like Armin, pick him. Yeah, even like the radical ones, I think they would do better gods than Allah. That's how bad Allah is, and that's how bad Yahweh is. Any Christian probably would make a better God than Yahweh. Almost any, unless you're like sadistic or something. That's why I say vast majority.
Or with.
Hey, wait, I missed comments. Yes, this is a confused heathen. Wait, did I miss anything else? Maybe he likes it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. God, if God just gets like, God is like, I bet you, like, God is like looking at hell, like, oh yeah, oh, look at these people being tortured. Oh yeah, this is what I made the universe for. Oh look at these billions of people being tortured. Ah yeah, and that's how the Milky Galaxy was created.
Without eternal punishments for sin. But instead, he created this strange plan where we all go through this life and have a test and then go to heaven and hell. Why ever? It was his choice to do that. If, according to Islam, Allah made.
Yeah, a Prophet is saying, I wouldn't pick Daniel Hayaraju. He is like Allah. Yeah, Daniel Hayaraju he is the most consistent one Muslim YouTuber I know, and he scares me. He's like he's scary. See, being consistent about your values on Islam makes you a very scary person.
Made an agreement with humans before he created us, then that doesn't matter either. It doesn't change the point at all. Allah still created us as flawed beings, and he created evil. He created our lives, created our choice. He created the punishment, and he created billions of us just for hell. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, knowing that we're going to I mean, imagine being one of the angels around when hell was being created. Like, wouldn't some of you be like, what is this? And we go like, yeah, this is hell. Like, what does it do? Like, it tortures people. And like, who does it torture? Who's going to end up here? Like, is it just going to be like because it looks very mad. God, this I'm looking at this blueprint of hell, and it seems like it's much bigger than it needs to be. Like, how many people are we torturing? Like 5 or 6? Like, like, I can't think of anybody who would be deserving of this much torture. So why is this hell so? Most people. What God? What? Who's gonna end up here? Most of all the humans you created. Yeah, most people. What? Like angels. I think like you're complicit. All the angels. If you're listening, you're all complicit. You all made hell, guys. can you think of anybody being deserving of hellfire? Anybody being deserving of eternal hellfire? Like, I know some of you atheists are crazy. You keep like, yeah, I wish there was a hell for you. I don't wish there was a hell for anybody. Like, guys, seriously, go check. If you see somebody and you're like, well, I'm an atheist, but I wish there was a hell for this person, cut it. Burning for eternity. Guys, cut. If you think anybody is deserving of hell, you need to go check yourself. Okay? You need to go check yourself. No, not even that guy. Not even Adolf. There's nobody. There's even God. Okay, the worst character that I could come up with, the worst person, the worst individual, even whether real or fictional, is the world's fiction most evil character. Would be, in my opinion, the character who created hell. Okay, so worse than, I think we should all go to hell. Oh, maybe you're making me sad. But Yahweh and Allah are the worst characters in history, in my opinion. No, I said maybe. Okay, but not even maybe. Okay, but worse than Adolf H from Germany is Yahweh and Allah. Okay, so Yahweh and Allah are the worst characters anybody ever came up with, because they created hell, which is eternal torture for billions of people. There is no more evil character than them. Like, and I don't think even Allah deserves to go to hell. If it was real, I don't think even Yahweh deserves to go to hell. I don't think anybody deserves to go to hell.
Sense. Despite all of that, I am to believe
No,
that
see?
this God is...
No, Alex, you see, God, yeah. I was at some point, I used to think that the only character that I think would be deserving of hell, would be the character who created hell. So it would be God, like fictional. I know fictional, but whether real or fictional, I think that would be the only character. So only God would be deserving of going to hell. But then I thought about it. I was like, no, nobody deserves to go to hell. Everyone or no one, separation is unfair. Yes. Wow. Apostle Prophet. Maybe. Okay. Apostle Prophet wants to send guys. I think I was wrong. The only person, you know how I said that most of you would make better gods than Allah or Yahweh? Apparently, Apostle Prophet would be make a word. Okay, Apostle Prophet, you don't get to be God. Okay, I'm sorry. You know how I said 99.999% of people would be making a better God? You're in that 0.00001% Apostle Prophet. You take the godhood away from Apostle Prophet. Jesus Christ. Imagine God sending everyone to hell. I mean, it's not much difference. I mean, it is actually. Can he feel pain? He can if he... Oh, yes. It's a good point. He can feel pain if he gets angry when we... Yes, he can. Because he gets angry when we don't worship him. If you want something, then you must... Yes, he feels anger. Anger is a form of pain. It's in his book that he gets angry. AJ is saying, oh, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, AJ. AJ is saying, God speaking, I'm from the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. The Lord do all these things. Yes. We know in the Bible that God said that he created evil himself. No, we're not in hell. People say that. The world could be a beautiful place. All right, let's continue.
Good.
But most people are living in hell, right?
It is impossible for me to believe that.